Operations of computer system. There are 4 stages. First one, input layer, processing stage, storage and the output layer. Input layer is supplied to the computer with the use of keyboard, a mouse or any other devices which are also known as the peripheral devices. Processing. Processing is done inside the computer in an area called the central processing unit. Processing is the conversion of input to output. From input to output, the in-between process is all done in the processing unit where the data is processed. Storage. Storage refers to holding information in a specific place either for temporary or permanently. We can retrieve the data whenever we need it, and this data is stored in a temporary manner or in a permanent manner. Output. Output is the result of a computer process. Output may be viewed on a monitor screen, heard through speakers, printed on paper with printers and screen. These are the stages of operating system: input layer, processing layer, storage and the output layer. Block diagram of computer system. Input unit. Computer process data to produce some form of useful information as output. To do this, a computer needs some kind of data to be processed called input. Central processing unit. Part of the computer that executes the programs and controls the operations of all hardware. The central processing unit is like our brain. It consists of 3 units: arithmetic and logical unit, control unit and the memory unit. It executes all the programs and it controls the operations of all the hardware is known as a central processing unit. It is the main part of the computer. In arithmetic and logical unit, it performs addition, subtraction, multiplication and division operators, and along with this, logical operations like logical AND, OR and NOT operations are performed. Control unit. It controls all the transfer data between CPU and the memory and CPU to the input and output devices. Memory unit. Memory stores the input from input devices and output from the CPU as well as the instructions that are followed by the CPU. It can retrieve when necessary the data. We can take the data whenever we want from the memory unit. We can take the data whenever we want from the memory unit. The data and commands are stored in the addresses called memory locations. There are few types of memory locations and memory addresses, like bits is equal 0 or 1, nibble has 4 bits, 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Output unit. Output devices allow us to get information from the computer, like various devices are monitors, speakers, printers are a form of an output devices. Thank you for watching.